Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And you cut me off.
I got confused because we were talking about rice cookers. Well, let me hear how the sound sounds. Okay, anyway. Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poor.
In sickness and in health.
We're talking about rice cookers and not. Yeah.
So what's the rice cooker thing?
Oh, we got you. You had a rice cooker that you've had since college.
Yeah.
And we used it for years, but it finally it gave up the ghost, basically.
Yeah.
So
it's a ghost.
It's a ghost. We had to get a new one. And there was kind of like, do you get the high-end one or you just get like, it's a rice cooker.
Just get the Amazon one, yeah.
We got an adorable little like basic one. And Heather is not pleased.
Yeah. It's cooks unevenly.
So
anyway, we're debating whether to get rid of it or not. And that's what we were talking about.
If you want to know what kind of
countdown.
Riveting discussions we have.
And then it threw Tom for a loop here. Anyway, hello, everyone. Checking in. Sammy Superstars in the house.
Sweet.
Parker Jennings. What's up? Kane is here. Good morning, everybody. Shotgun Studio is here. Tom is leaning over to check the audio. Kane says, making pancakes for my kids' breakfast on Saturday morning while listening to the Couples Table, my favorite weekend tradition. That is like such a nice...
Oh, how charming.
I know. Saturday morning pancakes, listening to us. That's crazy how far ahead in the future you are.
You're at the table.
Matt Ruff in the house. Hi, Tom and Heather. Only have a few minutes.
Glad you're here.
Glad you're here. And Michael's here. Hello, all. Taking a break from a video I'm trying to get done before NAB.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, we have 1 week till
Nice.
NAB. And
Yeah.
it is just, I don't know how, but I feel it. I feel
the vibes.
I feel the excitement about it.
NAB excited.
Yeah.
And if you want to be excited about NAB and you're going to be in the Las Vegas area between April 13th and 17th, 2024, you can go to nabshow.com and sign up for an exhibition pass. You can register as an attendee and you can use promo code Heather24, all one word, Heather24, to get your exhibition pass for free. It goes from $170 to zero.
Free.
We'll beat anyone's advertised price, or your pass is free.
Own a coffee in the house. I really want that Panasonic induction rice cooker with a layered multi-metal bowl. It's like $600.
That's a baller.
Yeah, the one that I got was like $125, and I was like, oh, I should have bought the $250. But it's just rice, I was like, how could you mess up the rice? I don't know. Anyway. Shaka Sudi says, hoping to get back on track with the huddle up. My 9 to 5 has me crazy busy, looking to get recorded again. All good.
I notice, even as someone who's not been at the huddle up because I've been busy, I notice the progress and the changes on your channel too. So
Oh, that's so great.
it's definitely working.
Yeah. I hope it's been fun. So anyway, what's up, Tom?
Couple things. I know we have some cool stuff to dive into, some fun topics. But before that, Sammy's here. So I'm using the microphone I'm using right now. I'm using the Audio-Technica AT897, which is a shotgun microphone. Speaking of shotgun studio over there. So I was very nervous if the audio was working. But I think it was last week or week before, Sammy, somebody asked, have you ever used like a shotgun microphone which is not what this microphone is designed for.
Oh.
It's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be in a
I don't
boom
know
out of
these
frame.
things. Tom just brings in a different microphone every time, and I'm like, whatever.
But I wanted to try, especially in this case, we're close together. There could be some mic bleed, so see how directional it is. But also, this microphone specifically, I did a video on. I think it's a pretty underrated microphone. It's about $250. Super good shotgun microphone. When I first started putting podcasts together like 10 years ago now, they were all based around this microphone. I wasn't on the podcast. I was like producing them for school districts. And we started with just video production gear we had, which wasn't SM7Bs and all that. Had a couple of these that I inherited. This is not a new microphone. It's been around for at least 15 years, I guess, if not more. And I really liked them, used them. And then eventually we upgraded to, it's just what we had. And it's a good mic, but it's not intended for this purpose. And I thought it actually worked great. Eventually we upgraded to other mics and stuff, but I was always impressed with how these performed, especially around people who didn't know how to use microphones, like who weren't used to speaking on mics. And so when Sammy said that, I think it was Sammy last week or the week before, it made me want to try this. So, and speaking of microphones, this is the second podcast we've done today.
Oh yeah, I know. I took it, and then I took a nap, and I woke up at like 12:40. So if I'm a little groggy.
Heather joined me on this week's episode of The Enthusiasm Project, my podcast, which comes out on Monday morning. We recorded that this morning, and that's a fun one because I was sort of struggling with show topics, and she was like, well, it's been 3 years since you quit, over 3 years since you quit your job. Why don't we kind of do a reflection and a look back on that? And it's fun because also it was the first time I've had a second person in my new studio setup.
He loved it.
I did. I absolutely loved it. It really I know I've talked about this, and you're like, Tom, you move some stuff around, like, it's fine. But it really feels like a creative plug was, like, removed. Like, a real block was gone. And I'm realizing how many times I would want to make something or have an idea, and I would think, like, either, I can't do that with my current setup. It will be a pain to do that with my current setup, or like I just don't want to go through the hoops that I'm gonna have to do to like tear things down, set things up. And the versatility built in here is like every time I have an idea, I can just make it happen. We can do our podcast. I can record videos. I recorded a Patreon thing and a YouTube channel membership thing and like multiple podcasts, did live streams, and it's all just like easy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Didn't realize. It's like running with ankle weights and not realizing you're wearing them.
Matt says, so trying to figure out what to do for my 40th wedding anniversary, which is New Year's Eve. So I have time, but my wife refuses to leave America right now, and she doesn't like the cold and doesn't like Florida.
Southern California.
Yeah.
Go to sunny San Diego.
Yeah.
Or the California desert. Cool people are there too.
Yeah. If you don't like the cold, isn't that?
I mean, it actually can get chilly here though.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like fake chilly, you know?
Yeah, I mean, especially if we were to go to a place like San Diego.
Hey,
Hotel
everyone, says Gil. What's up?
Gil makes multiple appearances in this week's episode as well. So thank you for that, Gil.
Own a coffee. How about a fancy resort for NY in SoCal or Arizona? That's perfect.
Hotel Del Coronado.
Hotel Del. We've stayed there.
Del, yeah.
There was something I was going to tell you, and I can't remember.
I'm
still waking up. Can I have a sip?
Yeah.
Hey, Repel Room.
I think I'm trying to like blast through if I have like my updates and things.
What about the Jack video?
Oh, well, yeah, that was one. So I just mentioned I did some Patreon stuff. Jack Conti, or I don't know, he didn't release a video. South by Southwest released a video of a talk that he gave during this year's South by Southwest. And speaking personally for me, like I love Patreon. I admire Jack Conti, but sometimes I'm not always on the same page with him when I see his talks and his presentations and things. Like our approaches are just not always the same. This one, though, is very interesting because he really goes through the history of, like what it meant when there was a subscribe button and a follower to what it means now when someone chooses to go out of their way to like seek out something or someone that they enjoy the stuff that they make. And he's talking about, of course he's talking about where Patreon fits in on that because he's the founder of Patreon. But it was interesting because for me personally, you had some revelations about it. For me, Patreon like rebranded, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago now. And when they did that, they opened up a free tier where you can just join a page for free, and there's no way to turn it off as far as I know. But they also didn't really tell you about it. So if you're somebody who creates on Patreon, you just started noticing so-and-so joined as a free member, and you're like, what does that mean? What do they see? What is there for that? Like, it's not like you created a tier and they joined it. It's like...
Yeah, but I think like patrons know what it is. You don't have to worry.
I as a patron, as a creator and supporter on Patreon, absolutely zero idea what it was. They did not do a good job communicating the rebranding. I can definitely say that. It was rough, half-baked ideas. It's gotten a lot smoothed out now. Because they are also doing that. Not only am I someone who's used Patreon on both sides for a long time, but I was really trying to beef up my Patreon. I was like, what is happening? But the free thing, I saw people signing up. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what they're signing up for. I don't even know what they see when they're signing up. And I was just kind of like, I've been trying to find ways to turn it off because I feel bad. People are signing up for a thing that like, I don't even know what's there. But his talk was very interesting because he probably should have maybe included this when they did the rebrand, but he sort of helped contextualize it a bit where it's like, these are people who like what you make. They like it so much that they want to go an extra step and support or connect or be involved. Like they want to take it one step further. For whatever reason, they're not at a point where they're ready or able to pay any extra money for that, but they want that extra connection. And I was like, oh, okay, when you put it like that, this is really cool. And now I'm really happy that Patreon's been letting people join this thing for the past few months because it's like, that is a group of people who have opted into a thing, like signing up voluntarily for a mailing list. It's like that, like you actually want more. So if I were to share something, you probably wouldn't hate it. And I still don't know what to do with that, but because my new setup is so easy to make stuff,
now you
just
can.
An hour ago before this, I just recorded a quick little thing kind of explaining that. Like, I'm really glad you're here. Don't know what to do with this. I think there's some cool features. If you see cool features, try them out. I'll try them out. We'll figure it out together. Hopefully I can share some cool stuff with you and we'll figure it out together, which is kind of a fun way of like, let's explore this together. Like I make stuff. You like what I make. I'm happy you're here. You've chosen to be here.
Yeah, it's like collaborative.
Yeah. So it's kind of, I think it has the potential to be fun. And to back up Jack's point, I posted that video and literally less than a minute later, someone had already replied to it. Someone had already seen it. Like, and just yesterday, someone from the free tier did upgrade to a paid tier, to my highest paid tier, which he said there's some track record of like, I forget what the statistics are of people who join the free and then eventually like they do intend to
move out,
buy or pay or do something later on. Not obviously not that that's required, but that was.
But it's
the
important
things he was
to
talking
keep
about.
in
I
mind,
saw happening in real time.
It's important to keep in mind like that there is value in people who want to support what you do.
Yes.
And they can't if you don't provide the avenues for them to do that.
And it does not have to be giving dollars.
Yeah. Totally.
Giving time, giving attention, giving whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that people press that extra button on the thing that you make
right.
is pretty cool.
Dave Dan is here. Hi, everyone. 101 Creator Lab. Hello from Ohio. Path of Totality. Just found you guys researching the Rodecaster Duo. Just pulled the trigger on an open box. Thanks.
Awesome.
Well, there
Hope
we
you
go.
like it. I've used mine on 3 different projects today. So
Call me Covey in the house. Happy Friday. Matt's got to go think about what to do. Activities.
40 is a big one. Your parents celebrated their 40th a couple of years ago, which is
Has
crazy.
it been that? Yeah. Andre's here. Whoop, whoop. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so that Jack video, if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, I think it's, I mentioned this on the YouTube Huddle Up, I think it's worth a watch for anyone who is doing or plans to do YouTube seriously, and honestly, just content creation in general, seriously, more than just like, more than just like a funsies thing. Like I think it's important to understand the landscape of the follower experience, the viewer experience, the community experience, because of course, like you're on the creator side. So understanding how all these different like platforms change and how like, the tech companies and the platforms kind of have no idea what's going on. And nor do they realize the impact that they make. But I do think it is going in a good direction. I think like it's like the pendulum swinging. Like we went that way, then we went back this way, and then now I think we're trying to figure out a middle ground.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this year is going to be. So
it's a cool thing.
Yeah. So definitely go give it a watch if you haven't already. It's a little bit long, but watch it in 2x. That's what I did.
Or just you watch it in pieces or listen to it while you're doing something else or whatever.
Rainy Cajun. Tom, you and your shotgun mics.
I don't have too many shotgun mics.
How many do you have?
Like 2, maybe 3.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really like this one. It's such an underrated one.
Is that the blue one?
No, that one I didn't own. That was the one.
Well, I thought it was just that, but just blue.
No, because that was a $2,400 one. This is a $240.
Oh, what's a different zero there?
Yeah, it's a different zero. Yeah. Hey, Audio Hotline's here. He let me know before that he wasn't going to make it, and I said we were going to say nothing but terrible things about him. Like he's too darn nice. He's too handsome. Wow. His channel is too well produced.
I am trying to look at what we were going to talk about today, but we did.
Yeah. So I was kind of shotgun blasting through, sort of like, did this, that, and the other thing, because you have a cool list of things over there, and you and I have had some really cool just talks on our own about this sort of stuff this week, and it's been really fun. I think you've made some pretty big breakthroughs. I've gotten some insight from you, and your breakthroughs have also been like really inspiring and motivating to me.
Oh, look at that.
So those are fun things.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Are there things that you can share, that you can remember to share? I feel like we talked so much this week.
We talk a lot.
I know, obviously we talk like every freaking day, but I mean like, creator stuff specifically.
I mean, a lot of it is process based and realizing what what an individual creative process is like and what that means in terms of things that may appear as uncertainty or even insecurity and how it relates to the process, which I know sounds vague, but I'm sure that's something that's on the list to talk about.
Okay, so let's jump into it. I want to share 3 big revelations I came to this week.
Sweet.
And it took forever. It's kind of crazy because did you know that in less than 2 weeks it's going to be my 8-year anniversary on YouTube?
That's crazy.
8 years since I pushed upload on. I mean, I'd uploaded videos before,
right,
to share with friends, but this one was like, hi YouTube,
you're not
hi
using it
world
as Google
of
Drive,
YouTube.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm vlogging. 8 years.
That's a long time.
Gosh.
That's a long
That's
time.
a
What do you think you would
lifetime.
have thought? What do you think your 8 years ago self would think about
I'd
still
be
doing
so
this in 8
freaking
years?
happy. Like the fact that it worked. God, I had no idea what I was doing, and I just loved that I never gave up, and I just kept going. I 6 months. That was the time frame I gave myself. Like, I'll just figure this out in 6 months, and if not, go back to work. No big deal.
7.5 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
I really should. I want to acknowledge how
For sure.
happy I am and how proud I am, because it's been an insane 8 years. But anyway, my point is that I can't believe I'm realizing these 3 things right before my 8 year. You always yawn during the couples table. You know why? Because you didn't take a nap.
No.
I took my nap already.
No, you know why? And I don't know what this is. I have a thing when I'm listening actively, I yawn, and it drives me nuts. And it's been my whole
We
life.
need to get oxygen pumped in here or something.
No, it's like in previous jobs I've had where I'm
You
training.
don't yawn when you listen to me.
It's like The thing I can think of is on my first day of different jobs where people are explaining stuff, like one was working at a TV station editing. I couldn't be more interested in. I was just like, I couldn't stop. And it's like, I'm not even tired. I just can't stop yawning. I don't know what it is.
Kane says, dying to find out the mystery mic.
Oh, that video is coming out next Thursday. And I think the mic will be released by then. But fortunately, a very cool thing, the company that makes the mystery mic, they don't care about embargo wave videos and stuff. They're just like, it comes out on this date, do what you want anytime after that, which is sweet.
Awesome. Okay, so the 3 revelations. The first one. Okay, so this one I actually just realized like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I don't know this one. Before I told you as I walked in here. And this one's kind of a not that big of a deal, but it's a big deal to me because you always say this, like, it's important to like watch things, consume things, read things, watch other people's content, and then obviously you will gravitate to the things that you like.
Yes.
Right. And then that can inspire you in your own creative process. But the thing that you always remind me is that I can have the opposite reaction of like, oh, I don't like that. And then I don't like talking about it because I feel like I'm judging them, or I feel like, you know, I don't want to judge someone else's content. I don't want to make it seem like I feel like I'm better than them because they do it that way and I don't like that way or whatever. And you always say it's important to know what you like and also what you don't like.
Yeah. It's not even about them. It's about you just figuring out what you don't like, because then you want to figure out why you don't like it, so then you don't do it.
I know, but it's like, I think this is just a personal thing.
Yeah, it's not an objective right or wrong. It doesn't mean they need to stop doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's something where I just feel it. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that, and I don't know why. But I feel like I have attached it as a personal thing until 10 minutes before the couples table started, because I started watching this video. And it's an interview by Dan Mace, who used to work with Casey Neistat on his vlogs. And if you don't know, Casey Neistat is my hero. He's the reason why I started vlogging 8 years ago, because it was 2016. That's what a lot of people were doing. But
sorry, there's some background noise.
Okay, so here's what's happening. This is literally happening. Oh my God, you're gonna make everybody sick.
I didn't know where he was. I was doing backwards. There he is.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
This is under Tom's chair.
Oh,
he's just. Oh, that is your hairy leg.
No, it's my hairy hand.
Oh, here's my leg.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I think the reason why I just don't want to say it is because you know how it is on social media and like content creation, and I feel like I have heard people talk crap about other people's content and other people's creative process, and it can go there very quickly. And so I just don't say anything.
Right.
Like I don't want to make anyone feel bad. You know, and I don't want to judge you for the way that you're going to do something or whatever. So I just don't say anything until I was watching this video. It's an interview with Dan Mace, and he was talking about what it was like to work with Casey and Casey's process. Again, Casey is my hero. And the way that Dan described it, the whole freaking time, I was just like, oh my God, that's terrible. It's awful. Like, I don't ever want to do that. It's physically impossible for me to do that. Like, total aversion. I was just like, oh, that's so disgusting. Like, honestly. But I'm happy about it because it's Casey. It's someone that I admire. It's someone who has been a constant source of inspiration for me. So now I have the validation of, it's not personal. It's like, oh, it is like preference. It's style.
Yeah. Just
because I don't like your work doesn't mean I don't like you. You know, and I just want to put this out there so that if, I don't know, someone ever heard me say, oh, I don't like that, it's not that I don't like you. It's just I I am filtering it of like, oh, I'm inspired by this and I don't like that. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense. I think that's an important.
It's a big one for me.
It's a very important one to focus on because you're not judging the person. You're not judging anything. You're just being critical of the process or the content or whatever, but it's not the person. It's not like,
yes,
and that's, it's hard to sometimes separate the creator from the thing they make.
Right. Of course, because it's you.
Yeah.
Of course we are making stuff that only we
Feels
can.
very personal.
So of course it feels personal. Yeah. But it's just, I'm so glad that like I have this because now I will latch onto this forever. And if someone ever was like, oh, whatever, I would be like, no, because I don't like the way that Casey does things. And I love Casey. So,
yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a big one.
Ernesto is here. Hi,
Hey.
Tom and Heather. Happy Friday. The King is here.
Oh, shit.
Hey, guys. First timer. Really enjoy your content. Getting ready to retire and start film production company, short films. Learned so much from both of you. Thank you.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Well, congrats on retirement and good luck with the production company.
And thanks for being here.
And thank you
Welcome.
for being here.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the first revelation.
That's a good one. I like that. I need to watch it because I'm very curious. Because I remember watching Casey's channel when Dan became a part of it. And then Dan was not a part of it. And I was very curious what was going on behind the scenes there.
Yeah. Okay. So number 2.
We're going to take a number 2 right now.
I can't even read my. Oh, okay. So yeah, this one's the big one. Wait,
cannot
what is
read
it?
the writing.
Gil, Heather, one of my best friends told me that the other about me.
I'm guessing like the other day about him. Like probably they like him, but maybe don't like the process or vice versa. Well, no, that'd be bad. I love your process, but I don't like you. I guess you could learn something from someone you don't like as well.
Well, okay, so here's an example, like Mr. Beast. I feel like we always talk about Mr. Beast as if he's like the most wrong person, or like it's just
That's an approach that I don't like, but
Yes.
it's just an approach I don't like.
But we always refer to Mr. Beast as the example of like, here's exactly what we don't like. But I'm glad I could be like, it's not him.
He's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not doing anything wrong. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So here's the big one. This one is the very.
Okay.
I don't even know how I came to this realization, but throughout this 8-year journey of being a YouTube creator, the thing about how I create on YouTube is that I started out with vlogs, and even though it's not vlog content in terms of like a Casey vlog where I put the camera down and you see me walking to the camera and there's all these cuts and you see what I'm doing, a day in the life kind of a situation, I'm still sharing my thoughts. I'm sharing my life. I'm sharing things that I'm going through, and that has been true since day one, where I said, hey, I'm about to quit my job and figure out doing content creation. Wasn't even a word back then, but figure out how to do YouTube. And the whole time during my 8 years, well, at the very beginning, the thing is, I didn't know anything about anything. I had absolutely no idea.
I know nothing about
Nothing. And so I just made, and it was the loneliest I've ever been in my life. I just felt like no one could understand what the hell I was doing. I didn't know any other content creators. And when I met them, it was so fun. It was like I latched on to them because it was like, oh, someone who gets it.
Speaks my language.
Yeah. But I felt so alone. And when I started meeting people and they would see what I did, I got a lot of advice. And the thing is, I had my vlog, but it was me documenting my journey and starting a business. I didn't realize that it was going to completely be one and the same. To me, it was kind of separate. Here's me starting a business, and I'm going to talk about it on this vlog.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to be the same. And so I would share everything about like how to buy a domain, or what to name the freaking company, and printing out business cards, and going to networking events and talking about my business, and just like navigating all of that, which as soon as you share anything about your life online, people have,
That's the online share alarm.
people will have
This is the opinions.
opinions. People will have opinions about how you're doing things, what you should do, the best way to approach things. And it's especially when it comes to, like, honestly, I really do think that the fact that I was a young woman made it worse.
Oh.
In terms of people feeling that they needed to tell me how to do it, which, like, the thing is, like, everyone always came from a place of care. Like, they felt like they were helping, which, I appreciate. Like, I appreciate the care. And so I always made vlogs where I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. I bet me saying that is in every single video. And even when I moved in with Tom, even my last video, like, it's just me figuring things out. That's always how it's been. The thing that I realized is me figuring it out, me second guessing myself, me self-doubting, me feeling like I don't know what to do and then vocalizing it is actually my creative process. Like, it's weird because you can look at a painter and you can see them make the first stroke and the second stroke and the third stroke. And when you see them approach a blank canvas, that's, it's white, it's blank, and you see them make the first couple strokes, you don't know what the hell they're making, right? Like, you don't know that it could be a river, it could be a cityscape, it could be a tree. Like, you can't tell by the first brush strokes. And honestly, like, they probably have a vision in their head, but as they're going, it'll change, right? And then the final version ends up being the final version. For me, my strokes are me sitting here like, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try that. Oh, but that didn't work. Like, oh, what if I do this? And what if I do that? Well, I'm not really sure. And I mistook that second guessing as naivete. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, right? And then, well, obviously other people did too, because I'm literally saying I don't know what I'm doing. And I don't regret anything, but there are so many things that ended up setting me on this completely wild goose chase, because I didn't know what I was doing. So, for example, there is a women's business center here local to us. And it's to support new female entrepreneurs in opening businesses that are local, right? So that you can join a cohort and they put you through a boot camp of, like, how to write a business plan, how to do marketing, how to do your numbers and your finances, and how to do bookkeeping and accounting, and how to make a business card, how to you have to make a presentation about your business, and you have to do a pitch and stuff like that. And it was a fantastic program. I met incredible women who I'm still friends with today, and I definitely don't regret the experience. But I'm not really sure how I got it in my head that I needed a business plan in the freaking first place for a business that is constantly changing. Like, do you have a business plan?
I just plan to keep doing business.
Did you ever have a business plan?
No.
Yeah. Right? But for some reason, like, I think because I kept saying, I don't know what I'm doing, I just looked for
Well, as soon as you say,
structure.
I don't know, someone will say, you should.
Yes. And I listened, and then now I'm doing this program that, like,
Months long.
Yeah, literally like 6 months long. When I could have been just making videos, And again, I don't regret anything, but, like, now I know. I have come to the realization that if I ever when I second guess myself, or I feel insecure, or I feel like I'm doubting myself, or I just feel confused, that's normal. That's my normal state of creating.
Yes.
And if I just trust myself to do what I do, it will come to me, right? That sounds naive. It sounds optimistic. It sounds like that's not a plan, right? Like, someone's going to hear this and be like, well, what's your input? What's your output? Like, how much are you going to make? What are you selling? How much does it cost? Like, I can't answer any of those things. And I don't know, my process has gotten me this far. And so I really want to just trust myself to know that I'm not going to let myself fail. I'll figure it out. And I've gotten this far just doing my thing. Mm-hmm. And I know that everyone has always just been trying to help, but it's just nice to have the realization of like, even though it might feel rocky and like unstable, that's the fun part.
Right.
Like, that's me doing work. That's me painting my brushstrokes. And so just be patient. Like, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because that's me painting. Does that make sense?
It does. And
I can see you trying to hold back a yawn.
No. Well, my yawns mean nothing. Nothing to do with my energy level or interest level. It's just a weird thing. No, but I was glancing at the comments as you were talking, and I feel like what you're saying is an important thing, not only for you to recognize and share, but you're not the only one who feels that way. And I get like the concrete example I was giving yesterday when we were talking about this was I used to be a sign artist at Trader Joe's when I was in college. Grocery store used to make signs, which some of them could be really big, like many feet by many feet, and would take a couple days to work on. It's almost like a big mural. And I would, I'd have stuff outlined. I'd be testing things. You're talking about painting. This is literally that. There's lettering, there's images, there's all this stuff. And sometimes I had like, this letter would be a color, this letter would be a color, because I'm trying to see what looks good and what's readable from far away. And, this is the base layer, but it doesn't have the finishing like cleanup or shadows or whatever. But if I'm spending hours or a couple days on a thing and someone walks in at hour 3 and they just see kind of chaos, there's a lot of you shoulds that pop up. You should do this. You should make this color. You should do that. And it always drove me crazy because it was like, I am, but I'm not there yet. And if I had taken every bit of advice that every random person who walked by you shoulded me about, I would end up with a thing that was just illegible and nonsensical. And it's like, and was definitely, I guess, even if it were legible, even if it were sensical, it was not the thing that I intended to make. And that's the hard part, is like, it's not like don't take advice or don't listen to anybody, but it's the thing of, I'm sharing my process. This is my process. Even if you're welcoming other people into your process, you're the one with the compass kind of leading the way.
Right. So that's the thing. Like, I would say 99.9% of the people that I have met over the course of the 8 years of doing YouTube has only given me advice because they care, because they believe in me, which is wonderful. Like, I'm lucky that you see something in me where you feel like you can help. The thing that I want to realize now is it's not that I want to stop getting advice. Like, I've gotten a lot of advice that has worked. Like, I really needed to hear that, and whenever someone like says something, it always like propels my thought to a different thing. And I always see, I want to see things from a different perspective. So it's like, it's not that I don't want advice. The thing that I want to remember is that just because I'm questioning myself doesn't mean that I don't have the answer. I probably, like, I have the answer. It will happen. The second guessing is just the paint strokes. You know what I mean? So I don't want to come off as ungrateful for all these people who've, been supporting me this whole time. It's not that. It's just that I mistook my self-doubt for naivete. Yeah. I didn't realize that my self-doubt was just me painting.
Right.
That's the part, right? So give me advice all day, but now I know, right? Like, I'm the one with the damn compass.
Yeah, you need to be able to keep your direction, and then you can incorporate or not things that come along the way. But if you're not holding your compass, then you're going to get pushed over here and you get pushed over here.
Do you know how many times, like, I cannot tell you how many vlogs I've made of just like confusion. Like, I have a vlog, I haven't watched it in a while, but I have one where I am having a full-on panic attack, and for some reason in that moment, I was like, grab the camera. This is crazy.
Content creator blood runs deep.
But just like, there's so many times where you can see me just do this. Like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And I'm sad that I didn't realize that was me creating, you know?
That's
like,
not a fault.
Yeah, I was so hard on myself. But it's like, I think as a creator, especially a digital creator, right? Is like, it all happens in here before it happens on the timeline, you know? Like, in order to create what only you can create, you have to mull things over. You have to go through the world. You need to have your own experiences, and then you can start to, you know, put your footage in the timeline or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, figure out how you're going to say things and why you're going to say things and to who you're going to say things and all those things. And I said things, I don't know. Anyway, so let's check in with the comments because, yeah. JFK in the house. Hello. Rim Jam is here. Also, the King. Heather, you are touching on everything I'm thinking about. I really don't know what to do. Just wading through. Sounds so familiar. Yes. I mean, I think that's it. It's like me second guessing myself felt like I was wading in the water, like I was about to drown. But I didn't realize like that's my pain strokes. It's not actually wading through the water. It's like
you're doing exactly
I'm
what you
splattering
should be doing.
paint. Yeah. Like that is me doing the thing.
Mm-hmm. It's just not a painting yet because you haven't finished it.
Yeah. Gil says the opinions really still bother me a little. Even my friend, she cares about me, but she hates me creating work for clients and my YouTube content. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I don't even know how to.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard. I mean, that's the opposite of, that is kind of the opposite of what we're saying. Like, you like the you like the person, but you don't like the content. You could like the content, not like the person. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain to someone why something like this would matter to you if they don't understand it for themselves. And I think maybe getting to a point where it's like, it's not my job to make them understand is a good place to be. That,
like, they don't have to understand. They don't have to get it.
Yeah,
they're not doing it. That's fine. Yeah.
As you know,
if you don't like it, then go make your own thing.
Yeah. And it's hard if you're somebody kind of like us who seeks to be understood, seeks to contextualize, seeks to connect, and maybe has people-pleasing tendencies. It's hard to leave that. It's hard to go, this person has the wrong impression. This person doesn't understand, and I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah. They just have to not
It feels very uncomfortable to do that.
Mm-hmm. Rim Jam says, relating to what Heather is saying so much, I feel like figuring it out is part of the fun, but can also come with its struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Andre says, the residual knowledge from doing that course might actually have provided knowledge and skills not directly relevant, but still useful. The business plan itself might be less useful than the process.
Very true.
Totally. Volt the robot is here. Greetings, humans. Tech Troublemaker says, to hear folks talk, we are experts on how to fix others' problems. It is better to empathize rather than offering advice, but wanting to help is natural for most of us.
Even yesterday, you were kind of working through sort of a tricky situation. You were asking me like, oh, what do I do? And I was like, I have the opinion of what you should do, but I'm hesitant to give you this opinion because I don't think I could do it if I were in your shoes. Like, it's what I'll tell you to do, but I don't think I could do it. So should I even be telling you to do it?
Right. Mr. Camera Junkie in the house. What's up?
Hey.
Andre says, sometimes one has to move in the wrong direction, doing wrong things to figure out the right direction. Even the wrong direction might provide useful experiences. Yep.
Facts.
This Tech Troublemaker says, well, it may seem painful. It is your creative process. Yeah. The thing is, like, I think I made it painful.
I mean,
I think, like, because obviously, like, if you see someone who looks like they need help, why wouldn't you help them? Like, that's horrible, right? Like,
well, and also with no guidance or instruction going from a very traditional role and background to this.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was feeling.
Yeah, it's like you're give me an answer somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
And there are no answers.
Exactly. Heather is us. JFK says, you can tell that I like podcasts when I choose to have it on in the shower. That's the best. Oh my God. I used to listen. I used to have Casey's videos like playing while I was getting ready in the bathroom. Gary V.
Wow.
While I was in the shower.
I just remember as a kid, we had the shower radio that hangs on the shower
Oh,
head.
that was like the coolest thing ever.
Fuzzy
like,
FM music.
That's funny. Yeah. So, I wanted to share a little bit. I want to share this video because Tom and I watched this a few days ago because it just popped up It popped up on my feed, which is bizarre. But this video is from April 23, 2017. Very early on, but a year into me doing.
And I must have watched that
this.
in July or August of 2017.
Yeah, we met shortly after.
Yeah.
A couple months after, yeah. But I like this video because it's just so well done. I love it. I freaking love it. And I can't believe that for the next 7 years I went on to question myself and my sanity and like whether I'm good enough to do this every single freaking day, you know? But now that I know that me questioning is just my creative process, like now it's like I know it's not a painful process. Like it really is just the way that I see it. But anyway, I wanted to show evidence of like, man, if I had just done my thing, I could have kept doing stuff like this. Okay, you ready? Boop. Boop. We're gonna see if this has audio. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Okay, here we go.
It does. This is the day you got your board.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
I love my hair in this part.
That's a good transition. Like your purple trash cans over there.
All right. Then I go on to just have fun. But like,
cool though, right here is that exact board.
is that mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the board.
That's cool. Who
But
would have thought all those years?
The crazy part, there's so many crazy things, but like, there's no way at that point I could have justified a $1,300 electric skateboard. Like that is not what I should have been spending money on. That is insane, right? Like I think I had to do a lot of Postmates to make that money. Okay, like it was just not. Like if I wrote that business plan and there's a line item that was like $1,300 boosted board, you know, everyone would have told me, hell no. Who would have said yes? Like nobody. And it's just like the storytelling of like putting it on the floor, standing on it for the first time, the framing of it, and like being unsteady, and then all the way to the climax of like here I am skating on it, having a great time. I don't know. I'm so happy about it. The thing is, okay. There's a whole sequence of like me waiting for.
This is what endeared you to me.
The whole the thing, right? The thing that you can't put in the business plan is there's one person who saw this video that changed my life forever. That's this guy. That guy. That guy saw it, and then.
Because I was also looking to be slightly irresponsible and spend too much money on an electric skateboard.
That guy saw it.
I didn't have a place to ride it.
I didn't know, right? And then so you can say like, why the hell are you spending money on this? Why are you skateboarding in an alley right now? Like you should be working. You should be doing stuff. Like there's just so many things that I feel like people would have said like that this is wrong, and it kind of felt like I was doing something wrong, but I was just having too much fun to care, so I was just doing my thing, and I could not have predicted that like the right person would have seen it, and we would have become we'd get married, but from a business standpoint, we'd also become business partners, and then that would propel everything to a completely different trajectory that I cannot even imagine in a business plan.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like those ideas, those brushstrokes, like those things where I'm just like doing my thing. Like I use this as an example because it was so early on where I don't think I was second guessing myself as much because
You didn't know any better.
I didn't know any better, and I was doing something similar to the people I admire, like Casey.
Yeah.
So it felt right. But then I got mixed up in the business world of like, here's how small business works. Here's how marketing works. Here's how like, this is how you should be doing it.
Right.
And then I stepped away from that and started to, maybe I should come out with an online course and do a marketing funnel and email marketing and, all the things you're supposed to be doing and build up a tutorial channel where you have a funnel and, a freaking webinar and the whole thing. And I don't regret anything, and I'm really proud of everything I've made, but I'm very excited to have come to this revelation so that whenever I feel like I'm doing something wrong, I'm actually working.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Talk about I can see the weight like in your shoulders.
Like if I don't know what I'm doing, that's okay because I'm working. Like that's me working.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And your natural way of doing things. So I'm going to just like pop over. I think it's this one here. So you didn't know any better. You just made the video that you could make. On an outsider perspective, I didn't know you. What's it?
Okay, so here's the camera I used.
Yeah, I didn't know her. This was the first video I saw. I was just looking up boosted boards, right? At the time, 2016 boosted boards, you're seeing a lot of Casey clones. It's a lot of dudes who are just making Casey videos. And I clicked on yours, and I'm not going to lie. One thing that a lot of guys at the time did with their boosted board videos, they put their girlfriends on it.
Oh.
The girlfriend had no idea what it was, wasn't interested in it, but you put a cute girl in the thing.
Scantily clad girl on a boosted
And I'm not gonna lie, I clicked on the video and I was curious. I was like, okay, the channel name is a girl's name. There's a girl in the thumbnail. Is this just a dude putting his girlfriend on a skateboard?
Oh.
And like, or is this insight? And it was actual insight. And on top of that, this whole part here is you like the whole beginning of the video is her in her apartment like waiting for the UPS guy. And then it's a whole montage. You're like talking to the camera about how excited you are. You're like checking the tracking. Look at this. You're so whatever. And then it finally comes, and this is the. Oh, I can't get over there.
Oh, you gotta turn it up.
Yes.
Look how casual. She's like, oh, what? Like, oh yeah, hi, what's up?
Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
And then you get in where you can't see, and now you get all dancy and stuff. There's no reason really to include that in this video, but that is the thing that hooked me, because I am the person who would check my tracking. I am the person who's peeking outside. I'm the person who sees the UPS truck pull up and sees the guy just like then sit on his phone for a while, then go in the back and dig with the packages, and then walk up and wait till he like, well, actually leaves the thing and walks away unless I have to sign for it, and then goes and gets it. But if I encounter them, it is like, oh yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it, whatever. Haven't been totally waiting for this day and night for like days at a time now. And that was where I was like, I connect with this like, it took something where I felt that maybe like it was for people who were cooler than me. I wasn't cool enough to have a boosted board. I wasn't cool because all these other all the other vlog
Super
bros
glamorous,
who were just like, yeah, dude, I'm like, I don't know about this. But then when I see someone who's literally like, I bought the thing, I ordered it, I'm nervous about it, I'm excited about it, I'm getting it. I don't even know how it turns on.
I don't even think I knew this.
Well, that's what I wanted to tell. And like literally, it's you. Then sorry, I forgot we aren't on the screen share there. It's literally you like, what does it look like? You're not even on it, and you're just showing like how fast it goes. And then you get on it, and you feel what it feels like, and you're trying to figure out like how long does the battery last and all that kind of stuff. That's when I was like, this is me. And
that's super cute.
And that's where then I trusted the video. I like the video. And then when the next video pops up that has something interesting, then I'm going to watch it, which led to this right now.
I know. See?
But, there's a very good chance that had you taken that video on I don't know how big your channel was at the time.
I don't either.
I mean, under 1,000 subscribers?
I really have no idea.
Okay.
I've no...
Let's say you're under 1,000 subscribers. You want to make this video. You take this video to someone, maybe some pro YouTuber at the time, and you're like, or just some advisor, and you're like, okay, what do I put in here? They're probably going to say, cut out most of the things that I connected with.
Right. Yeah.
But your natural impulse was to include all that stuff that wasn't in any of the other videos I saw.
Yeah.
So not only did it also then made me I ordered the board.
Did you use the affiliate link? I don't think I had an affiliate
I don't
link.
even know. I don't try to know what that was because I was not logged in, or I was not subscribed to YouTube channels really at the time.
Yeah, you left your first YouTube comment ever on my video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the level of like when you just doing what you do.
Right. And see, it like goes back to everything.
I
Like,
had watched YouTube for like since YouTube started and never left a comment on a video.
You never know who's watching, man. You never know who the one view is going to be. And so it's like, I don't know, just have fun. Just have fun because
just do it your way.
Yeah.
Like this is a naturally fun topic, but sometimes the thing they're sharing isn't a fun topic, but you can still do it your way.
Yeah. And I'm when I say like just have fun, I'm talking to myself, right? Like I'm telling myself, just have fun, just embrace the process, like trust yourself, you got it. Because look at this, 7 years ago you were making fire content, yo. Like just
fire
go,
content,
just
yo.
Go.
Sorry, I just think I need
okay, we got to show it's not going.
He's not.
Oh, because mine's on.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's do yours first then.
Okay, well here's the camera I used. You want to switch it?
Boop.
This is my Canon S110. Look at this. Point and shoot. This is all. I had this on a freaking Joby GorillaPod.
No flippy screen, no mic attachment.
Yeah, I couldn't even see what I was shooting. I just kind of just aimed it. It was. This is still my favorite camera. Like, it's just the best. But that's what I used.
That came out like 10 years ago.
And then and then I went on like, oh, everyone's doing coffee B-roll. My rig is so much smaller. I need to figure out how to use f-stops and apertures and blah, blah, blah.
I'm doing it wrong.
I'm doing it wrong because everyone else is doing it this way and I'm not doing it this way. And then what ends up happening is because I can't make the content that everyone else is, I don't make content at all. I get stuck. I don't have the compulsion to make anything anymore because
and when you were
I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
And you're in the mindset that you were in this video, you would never get stuck because
I don't know any better. I'm just doing. I don't know.
Doing your thing.
Doing my thing. Yeah.
That's the best place to be.
Yeah. Do you want to show the fin pin?
Oh sure. I couldn't get the camera to. He's just cute. That's all.
Okay, you can.
Or he's. I don't know.
Oh, there you got it. Okay.
This is through. So yeah. Okay. Here. So here's the prompter, here's the screen, and then back there, there's a little sleepy time. But look how he's like smushed around this pillow there. And then right through here the whole time, I'm just seeing this.
Finley. Hi, Finn. Oh, he's so cute. Aw, what a sweetheart. Anyway, let's check in with the comments. Hello. Where did we leave off?
Right around here.
Dave Den says, yeah, some of us like to tell people what to do, not that we would do it ourselves.
100%.
Tech Control Maker says, Casey would like to buy your board if it still works. I would not be able to ride and film at the same time.
Because Casey was buying up. He had a video a while ago where he figured like how long a boosted board lasts him and how many he like needs for the rest of his life.
Oh.
And he was trying to buy up like the remaining stock of boosted boards to keep him going so he has one forever because the company's not around anymore.
Best ROI on that vid.
That's me.
Vault the Robot says, everything about that video is wonderful. Sometimes you just need to lean into the play and toss the business plan.
1000%.
Tarot Destroyer says, yeah, some of us like to tell people what to do, not that we would do it ourselves.
It's easy to tell other people what to do. It could be the correct thing. Like, oh, you need to do blah, 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 blah. XYZ. Here's your problem. Here's your solution. I can see the step. But it's very different when you're the one that has to take those steps.
Well, this is a good segue into my third revelation.
Oh.
So we're going to remember, I'm actually going to star your comment, Tarot Destroyer. We're going to come back to that. The opinions really still bother me a little. Even my friend, she cares about me, but she's going to get...
Wait, this is Gil.
Yeah. I feel like we just read this.
We did.
What is happening?
I don't know if Gil changed accounts or something happened here. But
Gil, didn't you just say this?
he did. But now it's on a different account with a different profile picture, and for some reason the name is also a different font. So
I'm confused.
yeah.
Andre, business plan. 1, make business card. 2, buy electric skateboard. And 3, get the boyfriend, future husband. And 4, make a newsletter.
Make newsletter. Yeah, pretty much.
Aaron, short music is here. Hi, I ordered the Elgato prompter after seeing your review. Can't wait to try it.
Hope you like it. I mean, we each have one of our own now. Part of me has thought about getting a second one for my desk setup now because I have my filming area and my desk area. And I'm currently moving my camera back and forth. I'm like, well, what if I didn't move it back and forth? What if I just had a desk camera with the prompter on it all the time? And then I had a prompter for when I'm filming all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you did in your studio.
We had 3, yeah.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
UPS guy story. Me, when my A7 4 arrived a couple years ago, calm and collected, signing for it the second I closed the door, dancing around the house, and I can't dance, so you can only imagine.
I'm sure they all hear this. Like, they know.
Well, that's why I don't hide it.
Yeah. Well,
like,
sometimes...
I'm just like, come on, man. You're literally Santa Claus.
Yeah,
like all year.
And sometimes they can tell what they're delivering. A couple years ago, FedEx came delivering my American precision base that I ordered. And it's from Sweetwater. It's clearly a thing or whatever. And the FedEx guy came and dropped. I had to sign for it.
Oh, but he even asked you,
He was
right?
like, hey, can I ask you what it is? And I was like, oh, it's a P vase. And he was like, oh, sweet. I ordered one. And he had ordered a thing a while ago. And
they're freaking,
it was really fun.
Yeah. Mr. Camera Junkie, just documenting, not overthinking. Yeah, I'm excited. Gil's burner account.
I'm wondering, is this like a troll spam account?
Yeah, I'm confused.
I didn't know if Gil had like a second account we don't know about and he was accidentally logged in there, or
no, I feel like your comments are being
I was worried then
someone
took Gil's account and did something weird because Sammy was talking about his account getting messed with.
I know.
All this stuff.
Obs is here. Hey, Obs.
Hey.
Good to see you.
I've been doing videos that involve a lot of green lately and I keep thinking about you.
And Tom Shaka Mike sounds great.
It's all because of you, buddy.
Okay,
going back up to the star to comment.
No, because it was I want to use like the original one. I think it might have been Tech Troublemaker. Yeah, look, see, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, okay, we can see in Ecamm we can see 2 accounts with the same thing. So it's like that other one just took Gil's account.
That's so weird. I'm confused as to what is happening. Well, anyway, so the comment was people like to tell people what to do, even though they might not do it themselves,
sure.
right?
And you said that's related to your third revelation.
Yes, the third revelation.
The book of Revelations over here.
This ties it all up in a bow. I'm burping, sorry.
I'm yawning, you're burping. It's just a quality show.
You know, humans. That's what we are. Okay, so my brain. Then I went into like a Daft Punk song called Human After All. See? I have ADHD, okay?
Yes, I know.
Okay, finish the thought, Heather. What was I saying? Revelation number 3. Okay, yes. The thing is, I have come to realize that especially watching this video from 7 years ago, especially coming to my like 8-year anniversary of being on YouTube, I can truthfully, honestly say that I am at the finish line. I didn't realize that this is where I would end up, but damn, if I just right here in this moment, I am in my freaking house with my awesome, amazing, lovely husband. We're doing a live stream where all of you delightful people are hanging out with us, where we get to talk about things that we're interested in. We have Finley over there. We've got Ben. After this, we're going to go run some errands, get some cupcakes.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to NAB.
Playing some hockey in the middle. playing some video
I
games.
would not change a thing. Like, literally, what could possibly be better than this? Like, it's perfect. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, if I knew that this is where I was going to end up, oh man, I think I would have done everything I could to make it happen
Sooner.
faster. Yeah. But like the fact that I can just take a look around and be really happy. I think I always felt like you can get caught up in feeling like you can't be happy until you make 10
Right.
YouTube
Once
videos.
this happens,
when you
then-
hit that milestone, when you hit that subscriber number, when you hit this many views, like you are not allowed to be happy until you hit the goal, right? And I can say now I'm at the finish line, which means anyone who's going to tell me advice or even me second guessing myself, it's like, well, I'm already where I want to be. So, you know what I mean? Like it's not that your advice doesn't matter, but the advice is coming from a place that I'm actually supposed to be over here. Like I'm supposed to have more subscribers. If you want more subscribers, you should be doing this. If you want to make more money, you should be doing this. Not that I don't want to be better, of course. Like I always want to try to be a better person, but like now it's nice because I know my priorities. I know what I want. I know what my goals are, and no one else does. And so if you give, like I have the context of being able to understand how to filter people's opinions.
Right.
Versus if I feel like I'm not good enough, if I feel like I'm not doing it right, and then someone tells me, well, hey, I'm a successful business person, or I have a gold play button.
Right.
Let me tell you to just be extreme with your YouTube videos and just be crazy and be loud and like have 1 million cuts and stuff. And it's like, well, if I want to do what you're doing, then that makes sense. But I like where I'm at.
Right.
I'm super happy, So that's the last revelation.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a very big one. And I think a lot more people could potentially be at the finish line than they think they are. But we're not ever trained to feel like enough is enough and be content with what you have. We're trained to want more, and those goalposts will always move. If you say, I will be happy once I get 10,000 subscribers, you're going to get 10,000, be happy for a day, and you're going to say, what about 20?
Yeah.
Like,
it can only, I can't imagine it being better than this. And I know it will become better than this, but the fact that I can just look around.
Things evolve and change in ways that you can't predict or plan for. But, if you're happy with where you're at and you keep making decisions and actions that reflect that, I'm happy with where I'm at, where I'm going, the thing it evolves into will be another version that's also great.
Yes. That is my compass. Yeah.
It's a very good one.
Yeah. All right, cool. Here we go. Oh, I was going to say, I got really dizzy all of a sudden, but I think it's because it was...
Oh, yeah, motion sickness?
I got motion
Oh, no.
I was like, why do I feel motion sickness? But I think it was when we were...
Sorry, Finley.
Showing Finley.
He's passed out right now.
Okay. Bump, 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 bump. Ernesto says, the question is, are you going to do it promptly? Aaron says, you have a problem when you find the UPS truck on the app tracker and go find them before they get to your place. I do know the guy well, though, and I gave him a big tip for the holidays. Oh, that's the best. That's awesome. JFK, Ecamm has finally become sentient and is doing weird things. Yeah, what is that? Ob says the whole adulting thing is totally overrated. Ona Coffee says, my UPS guy and I text about packages all the time.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Set up that kind of relationship. We're always, with UPS, we're always at the end of the day. It's like,
yeah,
you might as well not even count it actually showing up on the delivery day because it will be after the sun sets.
Gil says, this is beautiful.
Usually.
Well said. Heather, just great. See, we ended up just going back to the channel name that I created forever ago.
You made it for a reason.
Sammy says, so true. I'm going for the aluminum foil play button. Oh my God. That's what we should give everyone at the YouTube Huddle Up.
I the YouTube channel I watch, Beard Meets Food.
Yeah.
It's like a competitive eating channel. Most of the videos are made by just Adam, the one guy with the beard who eats the food. But he has like 3 million subscribers now, and every once in a while he'll do more produced videos that are like there's a team of people making them, and he he likes audio video production, so bouncing back and forth is like part of the fun for him. But he has a podcast.
It's a podcast.
With one of the people who helps him make his other videos and who has like his own channel, video production stuff. But the other guy has a smaller channel. Like smaller compared to 3 million. I think it's like a 30,000 subscriber channel. And on their podcast, they have their nice set. And when you see Adam's shot, they have a light on the wall. It's almost like if you had a gold play button under this light here.
Okay.
Like a museum piece almost, his gold play button there. And when it's the other guy's shot, there's the same light in the background, but it's just a piece of paper with a play button drawn on it.
That's
the
best.
So fun. It's been there for like a year now.
Jules says, I feel grateful for where I am professionally as well. I create videos for a pro sports team.
So
I
cool.
love what I do. There's room to grow, and I'm channeled. YouTube creators have helped me create videos.
That's
That's
so cool.
awesome. Congrats. Ob says, I will be happy now. Sure, I'd like more followers, but I'm doing what makes me happy. Yep. Miel, hey guys, I've got a problem. I brought the Rode NT USB Plus and a boom arm yesterday, but now that I try them together, my mic is too heavy for the boom arm. Is there any solution besides buying a new?
Depends on the boom arm you got. If it's a higher end one, there should be some sort of thing you can
Tension
tighten
thing.
to adjust the friction. If it's like the baseline, $20 boom arm, it probably is just too heavy for it. So it depends on the arm. But whatever arm you got at the like rotation points, try turning screws or Allen keys and see if you can adjust the tension.
Yeah. I didn't realize we passed the hour.
Yeah, we really
I was
went
in the
for it
zone there.
This is a jam-packed episode.
Well, do you have any last thoughts? I felt like I talked a lot. Sorry.
No, I got all my stuff out at the beginning, and it was really fun to hear you come through these like creative revelations and stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And now I feel
relieved.
I feel more justified in wanting to get a second prompter.
Hell yeah.
Because, so here's the other problem. Now we're just going to kind of hang out and talk about this for a second. But the one, I wouldn't call it a problem, but sort of problem with my current setup, the prompter has to work with a computer. It comes with an okay cable, but not nearly long enough. So when my thing is over here, but my camera is way over there, I bought a 16-foot high-speed cable to use with the prompter, which works great, but is still a little too short in some cases. It just and I don't think, because it needs to be a certain high-speed cable, I don't think they come in currently lengths longer than that. I think 16 is as long as you can go. So what I've been doing, actually, just using my laptop instead of using my like Mac Mini that's just sort of in there. When I need to use stuff over there, I just plug the prompter into my laptop and everything's good. That's not a problem. But that's where I was like, okay, I had sort of built this setup in mind with like, I take this one cable and I can plug it into my camera wherever it's at with the prompter. But now I realize it's only about half the places it could be. So that's where it's kind of like second prompter. But then, because if you give a mouse a cookie, he wants a glass of milk.
Is that the rest of that?
Yeah. You never read the book? Literary classic?
I've never.
I forget what comes after the milk, but it's
that.
like if you give him a glass of milk, he's gonna want something to go with after the milk. He's gonna take a nap or something, so he needs a pillow. If you give him, something like that.
I see. Okay.
He's a greedy little guy. So now I'm like, okay, what if? Because I have my little desk set up, which is sort of my secondary shot, but I'm realizing I'm using it a lot because that's the one where it's like I'll just pop on Ecamm, do a quick Patreon video, do a quick whatever. It kind of makes sense then. Not only have a prompter there, what about a little Sony ZV-E10? What about a whole separate little camera setup that just lives on the desk?
You have that.
I don't.
You don't have a Sony. A Sony.
I don't.
I thought, what do you have? You have a camera.
I have 3 Sony cameras, but they're big full frame ones that
I thought you had
which
it.
is fine. No, I don't have that one.
Oh.
But it's the little setup that everyone uses that's really good that I'm always recommending to people. What if I just had that? But then now we're talking my second $280 prompter is now a $1,300 equipment purchase. So
Equipment rig, yeah.
we'll see.
Sammy says Apple makes a very light, nice, long speed cable.
I haven't found any that are over 16 feet though. I could be wrong, but I really have searched. It has to be at least 20 Gbps. Gigabytes.
Sammy also doesn't get shipments from UPS as much anymore since I pick up everything at B&H. That's awesome.
That's a flex.
Yeah, that is definitely a flex. I wish we could do that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I would definitely do in-store pickup every time.
Yeah. The King. Thanks, guys. So cool. Yeah. Such a great book, says Tech Troublemaker. I use the phrase a lot and then have to explain the book. More folks need to read it.
Like the Giving Tree.
Do you need the pedal with the prompter to scroll the text. I guess so.
You don't need it. Nope. You can use your mouse. You can have it autoplay. You could use your keyboard. You could use your Stream Deck. At some point, they haven't done this.
My mouse.
Yeah. At some point, they'll do voice tracking, but it's just not there yet. But they have to include it. I mean, they haven't said it, but like they have to include it. But I just really like the pedal. The only thing that's weird is now, since I can stand sometimes, I'm standing, and when I have to do the pedal, you can kind of see me shift my feet. Like, because you normally when I'm sitting,
I
you
have
can't
zero
tell.
interest in the pedal.
I
Like
know, we
zero.
literally have a brand new one in the box, like sitting there, because it is so good.
I push my buttons, man.
I know, but I use even during live streams, because all I do during live streams is end the stream and do scene forward, scene backwards, and so I can just do that with my feet. And for the prompter, it's just like phenomenal. You've been in there when I'm recording with the prompter and stuff, and it's just so easy.
He loves it. Yeah,
I love it so much.
Nope. All right. Sammy has to pay for sales tax, and you probably need a repeater box to add length.
See, I don't know how repeaters work with these specific cables. That would be cool, though. And we have to pay sales tax, too. B&H used to be sales tax free up until like 4 or 5 years ago. And then there was like a law passed where they had to charge it. So we also pay sales tax. The way they get around it is they have a B&H store credit card where every time you order something, you will get cash back in the amount of your sales tax. So then you can use it to buy
other stuff.
So it's almost like they're paying your sales tax back, but to get the card, you have to do a credit check or something. I never did that. But yeah.
All right.
Time to clear the table?
It's time to clear the table. That was fun. We'll still be able to do the couples table before we leave, right?
Yeah. Next
All
Friday.
right. So join us next Friday.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the hanging out and sharing thoughts and stuff.
That was fun.
Hope you have a safe, happy, healthy, fun rest of your week and weekend. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.